going on, everybody? Today we're going to do the Fast Jimmy questions. I think there's 6 of them. And if I wrote them down right, this is kind of what they are. What glues you like to use? Well, I have the Citadel glue. This stuff, I don't call it super glue. I just call it a thin, really good adhesion glue. And in a lot of ways, and this is another glue that I use, but this stuff is a lot like this, the Weld-On number 3. I got this from an Adam Savage video when he does scratch building and stuff, and that stuff does work. It works really, really good. And then Tamiya extra thin, and then once the bottle was done, I turned it into sprue glue. And then other than that, it's kind of like adhesion spray. I've used the model kit, the orange tube, like back from the 90s. I've used that stuff. I have several different types of super glue also. I like this because it has a brush applicator on it. I mean, this stuff's almost pretty much done, but it still works, so I keep using it. But it has the brush, and then it has the pen filter too. So I really like this one. And then Gorilla Glue, just leave it at that. What paint do I like? I actually started back in the hobby. I started using the folk art and all that kind of stuff. The Walmart special stuff, Apple Barrel. I still use it to this day, just not maybe on the bodies and stuff, but for like detail work. So I started with this probably 6-7 years ago, and then I upgraded to this stuff. It's still craft acrylic, but this is for like, it's meant for paintings, and stuff like that. It's basically the same stuff, just a little bit better quality stuff. And then I've moved into the Wicked color. This stuff is really cool. I have the reducer and stuff, and sometimes I get this paint to come out really, really good, and then other times it's like I did something wrong. I'm not gonna lie, it's something. Well, I do a bunch of miniature figures, like this kind of stuff. So I upgraded to Army Painter. This stuff is a lot like the folk art. This is why I went to this. I just have a generic setup now. I just have the basic colors. There's really not a whole lot different about it. Okay, so the next question. What part of the build you like to start with? I actually just like to I just follow the instructions for the most part. I'm not necessarily a good car guy or, that kind of stuff. So I don't understand all the parts. So I just tend to follow the instructions and build the thing. I might look up a YouTube video to see if there's anything that, they recommend me to not do. But other than that, I basically follow the instructions and, try to do sub-assemblies like the whole engine compartment done. So all I have to do is paint it once, weather it, maybe underneath. After that, I try to do them before I paint. Tends to go better for me that way. What part of the build you least like? I actually, because I'm not good at it, I don't like the airbrushing part of the painting the bodies. I'm really good with a paintbrush, at least I think so. So I try to do all that stuff, but getting the airbrush out and putting paint on a model is not something I'm very good at, so I don't really like doing it that much. I've gotten better, but it's still a process. I just, and then, doing the clear coat after that, and then sanding and polishing. It's basically the last part of the build. I just don't really like doing. What is your favorite kit? Right now, I have two. I printed this guy out, and this has been a really fun project. I'm in the process. I mean, you can see all the white stuff is. I'm cleaning up the seams and getting it, ready for primer. That's one project I've enjoyed doing. And then the other one is this squadron model. It's the German flying saucer from Squadron. This is a really easy kit. It went together really, really well. I wish I would have painted it better, but it's not my kit. It's actually for my dad. And at some point, I need to go give it to him, but I've been kind of avoiding them at the moment until they got their COVID shots. That's my two favorite builds. What is your least favorite kit? My least favorite kit. Wow, I've done a lot of different stuff on the channel, and so my least favorite kit is probably, to say the least, is probably the Deep Space Nine space station. I got it done, but it was more work than I thought it was going to be. I started that kit way too late, or way too early in this process of me, doing models. I jumped in the deep end and didn't realize how far down the deep end I went. So that's probably the biggest disappointment kit that I've had. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't get all the lighting stuff in it. That's probably been my least favorite kit. I try to do stuff that I like. So, yeah, I don't know if other than that, that kit's probably spent 3 years unbuilt because I didn't, I'm going to say that. Yeah, it's definitely the Deep Space Nine because it was really, really disappointing, to say the least. But anyway, Alright, so in closing on this, if you're new to the channel, hit the sub and like button, or the bell, however you want to say it. And check out some of the interviews I've been doing. I've gotten probably about 5 or 6 of them from modelers. There's a couple figure painters people in there. Also, I'm just trying to go around and get better at the hobby. Their videos meant to pull info out of people to try to improve my hobby experience. Hopefully everybody seems to be enjoying them. I get a lot more views than probably this will get, to be honest. But everybody seems to be enjoying those, so I'm definitely going to keep doing them. But hopefully everybody has a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.